please, when they get here, help them out, okay? They're going to need the help as we venture into this very intricate design. It is an intermediate slash advanced design, so please bear with us tonight. Just try to enjoy the process of trying something new. Dr. Kathy, I know it's your very first time, but you are amongst the ambassadors, elite ambassadors, and Patricia really has done this 3 times already, right? So you're surrounded by greatness, literally. So you don't have you don't have to worry about anything. You can ask for help either way, all right? So we're going to take this one step at a time, guys. And as I said, try and enjoy the process. Don't hold yourself too uptight about it. We are going to be painting this beautiful Caribbean sea. We're going to start off with the sky. We're starting things off with the sky. So that those cloudy lines you're seeing behind there is actually the bush. If you look at the photo, you see some bush and trees in the background. So those are what's represented by the cloudy lines. We're going to be painting the upper part using light blue. But before we get to that, before you even get your brushes out, you know we have to tell our online family good night, right? We have to say welcome to them. So welcome to all of you who are online viewing. I hope you got your sheet in time, Christine. And to all of you guys who would have came in person and purchased your sheet just to be online with us virtually, we appreciate you. And we are about to get started. All of the color selections were listed as you guys saw the flyer as well, so you'll follow along with us. And we have a group of persons in studio, a few of them on their way, but we're going to get started. So I'll let them say good night to you on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Good night. All right, so let's get started with the light blue. So if you guys only have a dark blue, just add some white to it, and it should make it lighter. And we're painting up top, left to right strokes. Left to right strokes, we're painting the top and we are getting the sky started. And you don't have to worry, guys, about the strokes. If you look at the image, it's a digital painting as well. So the textures and the patterns for the tree are very different. So we are going to do our close attempt using acrylic paints. You can use your large brush so you can have good coverage as you fill in the space. And then we're going to add in some white afterwards. So all we're doing now is light blue up at the top. Light blue up at the top. Filling in with light blue. And I don't know if you guys noticed that little cloud, the cloud patterns we have there. So we're going to recreate those clouds as well. Or at least create our own versions of it. So just now we're going to intertwine white as we fill in our light blue. Notice I'm not trying to get it smooth. You can do cross-hatching lines. You can do it anyhow you like. But don't take yourself too serious. You're trying something different. If your paint isn't moving or flowing the way you want it to, simply tap your brush in water and then tap it into the paint so it can flow better on your sheets. So we're working with the light blue still. And then I'm going to check to see who is online with us very soon. I'm going to see who is online, viewing in, and possibly people along with us. Alicia, I know you didn't get your sheet in time, so you're going to be painting it another day this week. So whichever time you are listening to the live stream, you got this. Alright, so I'm painting over my tree lines just a little bit gently, painting over it. If you look at it, it's not so structured. When we are going to be doing the tree line, we're going to do taps, or like I like to say, dabs of green paint, and we're going to recreate the tree area. So you don't have to be so strict in leaving all the lines. We're going to add that back afterwards. Looking good, man. Some people already did their clothes, and it's looking good. Everybody, as I said, we can do it different. We don't have to do it the exact same way it is listed on the photo. y'all didn't come out to play. Y'all saw the house and said that is the house tonight. Yeah. Some of y'all probably been painting that house in your minds before you even come. So we have light blue filled in up to the tree line. Let's get our light blue filled in. I see some of you already adding in your white in there. When you add in the white, I didn't even reach white yet. I'm very happy to see this. At least, Lovell, look at you. Go girl. Okay. Crystal, is you that inspired how to do this? Wow. Okay. As soon as you add in the white, you have to blend it together with the blue a little bit. So when you add a hint of white, you're supposed to tap back into the light blue and blend it out. So let's take a look at this process. So I'm going to tap my brush in the white, and there is some light blue on my brush, but that's okay. And you can tap, tap, tap. Add in some white down here. Now, as soon as I've done this, I'm going to take my brush, tap it into the light blue, and I'm going over it. We want it to blend out with the dark blue. Sorry, with the light blue. So we're tapping in the white. There are different methods you can do as well. You can do a long stroke, and you can blend out that long stroke. So if you're doing smooth horizontal lines, if that's how your clouds are, then you'd want to add a long stroke of white and then blend it out using the light blue. So you have different approaches you can take. You can do the taps, you can do the long strokes. I'm just excited to see how it turns out. Everybody just do their own thing. I see Patricia, let's see yours here. So you have to get some more blue on yours, on your brush. And literally have to put some more up at the top here. So we need some more coverage. We shouldn't be seeing the sheet underneath. And you tap and tap and tap and take a look at Patricia's one and how she's getting it done. And so you guys are adding in your clothes, tapping or adding swirls of light. Any approach you take will work well because no sky looks the same, right? So we're blending and we are adding in blue, we're adding in white, so we're creating our very own sky scene. Add as much clothes as you like. You don't have to stick with them long like you can. If you feel like there's more, you can add more. You don't have to stick. So we are painting, we're painting. Once you add in your white, you're going over with some blue and blending it out. And like I said, everybody has a free opportunity to add your clouds wherever you want, however you want. That's beautiful, Patricia. That is I'm talking about this one now. So this one is different, but I've definitely seen some skies looking similar to this. Haven't you? Yeah. Yeah, so it's definitely different. It's not exactly like how the photo is, but nobody here has done it just like the photo. And that's a beautiful thing about it. Like I said, this was digital art in the photo, and so your recreation is what you're doing tonight. This is wonderful. You guys saw online? So remember, we are doing things our own way. So the coconut trees are not there in the sketch, but if you want to add it back at the end, we definitely will. There are some shrubs in front of the house that we did trim off. Maybe somebody saw an animal on it and they didn't want it there again. Or maybe it was pickle fence or whatever it is. But we did trim it off. We asked the landscaper to take it away. And if you want, you can add it back afterwards as well. So we are painting. We're filling in, we're using light blue, we're using white.
You can make it.
Take your approach to doing your clouds, and once you're done with that, we're going to be moving to the next step. The next step is going to be our trees in the background, so we'll get ready for that. So I'm still finishing off on my clouds, add a little touch here and there. So I'll give you guys another minute to wrap up on your sky. And those of you who are already finished, you can wash with your paintbrushes as we get ready to do the trees in the back of our house. So the trees that are directly behind our house, that's what we're going to be doing next. So for the trees in the background, you're going to be using your medium-sized paintbrush. Let's take a look, a medium-sized one. So this is what our medium-sized paintbrush looks like. So we're going to be using that one. We're going to be using the dark green. Don't use your teal because that's for your house. And if you use up the color for your house, you're going to have to paint your house in patches of colors. You know, whatever colors you can find, that's what you use. So we're going to be using the dark green to do the taps for the trees in the background of our house. We're not passing the bottom of our house. So if you just do a little line up with your green, so you know where you are stopping with it. Right at the foundation or the step of the house, just draw a line on each side so you know, okay, this area, we're not touching, we're not going past that area with our dark green. All right, so let's get that line done. So everybody should be adding their little line up before we get started with the trees in the background. And for the background, if you look closely at the image, you will notice that there are dark areas. So we're going to infuse some black with the green to create those dark tones back there. Then we're going to add on top of that the regular green that you have in your palette. And then we're going to create an even lighter version using white or yellow. For now, let's just focus on the very dark green. So infuse some black with some green somewhere on your palette or even the table, here in studio or on the table. And well, not if those of you who are painting at home, listen, not on your actual table home, huh? I was telling those in studio they can paint on the tablecloth. So we're infusing some black with the green to create a very dark shade. And then this is what we're doing, guys. You're literally taking your medium-sized paintbrush and you're dabbing. So you're just doing taps like this in the background. So we want a very dark shade of green. And we're doing taps, tap, 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 tap in the background. I know you may not fill up the whole area, but this is the first step. We're tapping in the green. If you want to get bigger coverage, you can use your larger brush to do it as well, so you can cover a lot more areas. But try not to paint over the roof of the house. We're just creating the dark shadows behind the trail. That's what we're doing. So with every aspect of your painting, there is the background, the midground, and the foreground to consider. So we are still painting the background of the entire painting, but even in the background, we have to consider that the trees, when we're painting it, there are still tree layers we have to go through. So we're now on the background of the trees. So let's add in those shadows using black, heavy on the black. You're creating those shadows. As you go down by the side of the house, it gets darker because you can literally barely see the corner here. That's what the image is telling us. You can hardly see the details in the back there. So we're adding black. So you can use your large brush, like I said, so you can get some coverage on the area. And you can do a lot more faster. I'm trying to avoid my house, so I'll just put some black coming down here and then continue tapping. We're adding black and green, black and green, and we just keep doing that. Just take a little bit of time and patience because the next step is with the regular green. So you still have to go over that with regular green, and then you still have to go over that with some highlights, which is when we're going to infuse some yellow with it. But before I continue, let's see who's online. Alright, let's see. So I'm putting it up here. Hi, Yolda. Welcome. All right, so we are still working on the dark part. And for those of you who are painting along with us from online, you're just doing black for now. That's what we're doing. We're doing black. Oh, look, I got some black on my house. I guess I'll have to put a tree there or something later on. But yeah, so we're filling in with the black. We're creating these, the illusion of trees in the background. It's a very bushy area. A person living in like a forest reserve or something. Because so much going on in the background. So much trees. Somebody on YouTube said they're living in the house. Really? You're living in the house? And I don't know if you guys caught a glimpse of the storyline for the designs for the month of July. So it's not just five random designs for the month that we pulled together to create the memories for July, but it's actually the beginning of a series which is called A Summer to Remember. And it's about a lady who came to Grenada for the summer. And where she stayed? In that cozy greenhouse that we're painting. Yeah, and the house was actually tucked away in the bush, but it was still near to the ocean. So she had this peaceful, tropical paradise she was living in. And if you look at the other designs that we have, Zoe, if you look at the other designs we have, like on the tent, it's with that woman with a fruit basket on her head. So most of her days she would wander to the market looking for fresh fruits to purchase. Yeah. And the next design is a waterfall. So you know what happened? On afternoons she went for quiet waterfall visits where the cool water and the forest breeze wrapped around her. Oh my goodness, that's a true Grenadian experience there. Ah, she's living it up. She's living it up. She's having a better experience than us Grenadians. My goodness. And then the next design we have is a sunset on the beach. So Evelyn's found her on the beach watching the sky paint itself in gold and pinks and purples. Oh my, I think we're gonna have a wonderful time painting this lady's experience here in Grenada. And then the final design, which is the 31st, which is that same lady enjoying a colorful dance experience. On her last night here in Grenada, she dressed in a flowing blue and purple Creole dress and she danced with her old school friends. She danced the night away. So that's going to be very interesting. I hope you guys can collect the whole July to Remember, a Summer to Remember collection. Even if you have to just get the sheet, if you're not in person painting with us, get the sheets so you have the whole story to tell. Whenever somebody visits you at home, they're like, oh, these 5 paintings are different. And you can tell them the story about the lady who came to Grenada. She stayed here, she did this, she did that, she did that, and the last night she danced away. So, the beginning of our Summer to Remember series. So we're still filming with black. I know a lot of persons are probably finished with their black. And if you are, the next step is to do some regular green. And we're doing the same thing on both sides. So we're adding some of that black on this side as well. So we need to get some of that shadows going on over here also. I think we need a sponge for these trees, huh? For those of you who are on your way, my. You have some tapping to do if you're on the live stream while you're coming down. Your friend is probably driving and you're like, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Well, you guys have some tapping to do. Tap, tap, tapping. Adding in green. So as you guys can see, I'm not only adding in the black, I'm also adding in some of the regular green to help with the process. So when you add in your darkish green, you can tap into the regular green and add it in there. And for the online family, how do you create these shades? By adding white and black. The black will create it, make it get darker. The white will give it a lighter tint. And you can even add some yellow to the green to give it this vibrancy still. So for now, we're creating the shadow, so we're working darker colors. We're working with for now. Going over them. Creating our bushes, and we do have 2 beautiful coconut trees. I don't know if she used to get coconut from that tree lady that stayed in the house. I don't know if she used to pick coconut from the tree, but some of us cut it down. Yeah, some people grow it back. I see Patricia, they drew theirs back. Let's take a look at it. Did you draw yours, Patricia? Your coconut tree? No, not yet. Not yet? Oh, look at Anne-Marie's one. Can take a look, take a look. Anne-Marie drew hers. Let's see the coconut tree we want to see. Coconut tree.
Coconut, Chinese coconut. That's the yellow one.
Yes, coconut tree is ready. Alright, so we're adding green and black. Green and black. We're filling up the space with greens and black. Greens and black. And oh my, it's coming together well. Isn't it okay? Can I? Whoa, look at this one still, guys. This is Alvin zone. Wow. It's coming together nicely. Yeah.
Not looking good.
What? Look at it. We are getting on tonight. I think you guys are just so excited about this scene. Wait till y'all have to become, for now y'all are landscapers, right? Wait till you have to become construction workers. Wait till the construction on the house begins. Alright, so we're still tapping. Online family, we are still tapping.
Is there no way?
We are still tapping away here. When I get close to the house, I am going to just do some smooth strokes to ensure that we don't have the right trips. background, it should be
You know
looking
anything recognize it?
dark.
No, no, no.
I keep going over.
I keep pressing up the line. Draw a new line. Draw a new line, and then you're making it think closer. So just make it come in and get more. And then bring in bushes more. That's what I'm saying. As though she thinks of it, right?
I can't paint in the lines.
Thank you.
What would you guys prefer to live? Deep in the bushes with the ocean nearby, or far away from the forest, no ocean close by? Maybe let's say just concrete all around. What would you guys prefer? The bush?
Bushes with ocean.
The bushes with the ocean. You get privacy. Well, I don't know, but there'll be a very big threat with the creatures.
I
Not the snake and
don't
spiders and the whole lot will have a threat to that. What do you guys prefer? You will die when you're on. What do you prefer? You want to live in the bush and you have the ocean nearby? Or would you prefer live far away from the ocean and not in the bush either? Let me see your response. Online family, you guys can tell us what you prefer. And welcome to all of you who are online with us. We are happy to have you online with us. And we are currently painting a true Caribbean home scene in its truest form. Right now we're still on the bush, and as you can imagine, here in the Caribbean we have so much greenery. I knew it would take us some time. So we're almost done with our greenery, and then we're gonna move to the house. So let me see who is on with it. So Yola says she rather lives where the ocean is nearby. Yeah, that has been a common consensus there.
And I want to be able to drive like or walk 5 minutes away from the ocean. I don't want to be right on the ocean. I can't take a vacation in sand.
Oh, you mean like you don't want to be beachfront, right on the beachfront?
And I mean, we always forget.
Once you're done with the dark green and the regular green, you can mix up some white with the green to create a lighter version, and you can mix some green and yellow to create a highlight as well. Green and yellow, mix it somewhere on your palette, or green and white, and this is what my lighter green looks like. Very much lighter. So you're not putting this everywhere, you're putting this in areas that you think that the light is actually shining through for those areas. So this is our highlights. Add a little bit up on the top. So you need just a little bit of this light green, which we mixed using yellow and dark green. You don't need a lot of it, we're just putting some highlights on certain areas in our painting. Highlights using our yellowish green, or your whitish green, based on the one mixed up. Painting along this cycle. Remember, you just have to add in some yellow to get that green. All right. So another minute to wrap up on the background trees. Now your sky still needs some time to dry, and then I'll show you guys how we're gonna add back the coconut tree for those of you who want to add it back. Some of them already added back here. I see Patricia, they're painting, Patricia King painting away coconut trees. Don't make that confused. You painted a coconut tree too? You painted yours up? Yes, so we have to make sure the sky dries as well. But the coconut trees, Patricia, I'm looking back at it. It looks like a scene from Tarzan. Yeah, all we know is Tarzan. Oh, you get it through? You tapping? You finish your painting?
No.
What? Alright, so let's wash out our paintbrushes as we get ready to move to a little bit of construction. So for the next step, which is our house, we're going to be using our medium brush and our very small brush frequently. So your medium and your small brush, we're going to be using those a lot. Medium and small brush. So online family, we are moving to the house. So we're moving to the house. Hey Angela, make sure you get the mic as well. Oh, should I go now? Alright guys, so we are moving to the house, so get ready. Those of you who are painting with us online, get ready for the house. Wash out your medium sized brush and wash out your very small brush so we can get started. I'm looking to see what you guys are seeing online. Let's take a look at what others have been up to so far. Let's see. So that's Laurie's work right there and Nada right there. So they are painting away. Now they're getting ready for the house. Yes, where is it? Okay. So for the house, the first thing we're going to do is for the house, so we're going to be painting our roof. So we have an orange paint. We have an orange paint. So you're going to tap into the orange paint to start your roof, and you do it downward strokes. It's not a sideways or slanting. So we're getting in some orange balls. An orange roof for now. And just a bit, I'll show you how we're going to blend it in. We're going to add in a little hint of white in it. If you look on the left hand side of the roof, you'll notice that area has what, sun damage, or it could just be the glare from the sun on that side of the roof. So we're going to add in some white there as well. We are doing orange. Big brush. We're using our medium sized big brush for this. Sorry. Because this person wants to try something different. So you're painting the roof, the entire roof with the orange, and then you're going to add in some white on the edges. So this is what my roof is looking like so far. And on the left, with your paintbrush that still has orange on it, you're gonna tap into your white and add a hint of white over on the left side and go over it with your orange. So this side just looks a little bit lighter. So again, what I did, I added in some white on the left side. Any further question? You can go ahead and go with the first question.
Angel.
So my roof is orange and I have white right on the edge of it here. So my roof is orange and I've added in some white on the edge of it. Alright, Angel, whenever you're ready with the first question, you can, oh, you are, go ahead.
When a Caribbean parent says, "Bring me my belt," should you A, run, B, pray, C, accept your fate?
All of the
Yeah.
above. All of the above.
A and B.
C.
Accept your fate and just go.
I have to come back. I have to skip there, so.
Yeah.
Get it anyway.
That's very true. No matter how much you run, you pray, you're getting it still. So might as well just accept your fate. And they always like to send a church for the belt and or whatever they have to be done with, you know. They send it meaning to get it. Are we playing dead? Why is it playing dead? Oh God! But if I was you, I'd probably laugh, you know.
So it's like, look at Nelly make me kill you. And she still wake me after that.
She said she's going to just stretch out and set the front up, make the mother scared, you know, thinking that she killed the child. The next step, add some lines. You guys can still see the lines on the roof, right? There are like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. Just mix some red with orange, more red than orange, and you're going to pass it on that line. So we want to create, we want to add back those lines. Just add some red and some orange somewhere on your palette, and just pass your brush up in that area where the lines are. We're creating those lines there now. Now all we did, we added some red and orange on our palette. We mixed it together and added in that on this line. Okay. So this is my roof so far. This roof came from Shelter Solutions. I remember that Shelter Solutions ad on the radio, I think. For years, I think they still have it. Shelter Solutions ad. You know, two iconic ads on the radio that stood the test of time was Shelter Solution and anybody want to guess the other one? A black one, no. A1 Pest Control. A1 Pest Control and the Shelter Solution. Yeah, anytime talking friends, something run past, even if you're in school and something run past, you say, what is that run past the window there? Manicure repairs. And the train could definitely chorus you and say, no girl, it's some rat that day or something like that. So we used to have fun with those ads. They don't make them like that anymore, huh?
Oh, why you put that again when you're inside?
Huh?
You don't need radio again as much, so.
All right, so we're wrapping up on the roof. We're wrapping up on our roof. So once you're done with that, you have to do the little, there's a small, what do you call that, that covering over the step? Is there a specific name for it or just, what do you call it?
Awning.
The awning?
Awning.
We're painting the awning. So you can add some of that orange there and you're going to blend in some white. So that area is a little bit more washed out than the top. So let us fill in that area here using some orange and white. Orange and white. Orange and white. You can use your small paintbrush to do it. You can use your very small brush or your medium-sized brush. And that little lip right in front of the awning has to go in white. So just pass a line of white in front of that little bit there. This is the little intricacies you pay for when they're building your house. So we're getting our roof done now. And then we're going to be moving on to other parts of our beautiful house. And to do the house, you are using orange and white. Orange and white. If you look at the image, you'll notice the right hand side is a little bit lighter than the right of the roof. So this is my awning so far. And remember, you can add, just take your little brush and just pass a line of white right at the bottom of it here. Right on the tip of it, I should say. Just passing a line of white with our very small brush. It's hard to keep steady hands for this one, huh? I wanted this house is hurricane proof.
Look at that Janet house.
I was just sitting on that.
Right. So we're all doing our roof, as you guys can see. Angel, you can do the next question. You can give the next person, you can give them two. Whoever that lucky person is.
So I saw people soon.
How much you get? Two? All right, so we have some more questions. And before you get to your question, guys, once you're done with your roof, go ahead and fill in the sides around the window with the teal, okay? So you fill in the teal around the sides of the house by the windows. Don't touch your windows, don't touch your doors. You're filling in the teal on the sides. Go ahead.
Would you rather be caught in public with a spinach in your teeth or a toilet paper on your shoe?
I mean,
None of them.
On your shoe?
yeah, toilet paper on your shoes or spinach in your teeth.
Yeah.
Depends on how big the chunk of spinach is. Because I don't want to walk around with toilet paper on my shoes.
And the
Yeah.
other one is
Oh, what would you do? What do you prefer?
none. The other one is you met someone amazing, but when you visit their home, every room is decorated with childhood toys. Do you
Yeah.
stay? I mean, why not? It's their
Okay.
preference.
Is there what?
It's their preference. Whatever they want to decorate their room with is their choice.
Okay.
Who am I to come and try to dictate the people?
Well, we're not saying to dictate it, but would you stay? Like, would you think it's weird or
No, not really.
If it's a girl and she has like tons of dolls all around.
It could be she just wants to save her toys from her childhood.
But let's suppose she had a past before and she had that daughter and she died.
We see how he gone deep, man.
No, but I mean, yeah, she died, so you have to
I will
keep
stay.
them.
That's just it. I will stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on what the toys look like.
Exactly.
When they go in somebody's house, it's not to mind your business.
Yeah, but if they have toys on,
Yeah,
that's
but if they-
something is a little weird.
You know, like when you have all these toys all over the place that have children inside here, I have to know
Let me ask you,
whether
was
they
it a man that you went to visit?
could be male or
They
female.
didn't say.
Yeah.
Well, just assume it's a man, you know, when children comes over.
That would be different.
I would be wondering, what is this going on here? Am I here to help him with his children, please?
Did they say dolls?
Depends on the
Did they say
toy.
childhood toys?
What is it for scary toys? Then you want like hearing the.
Yeah, adults.
Yeah, it's like a big, what they call them, Annabelle dolls.
Some of those guys have the comfort toys and stuff.
Exactly.
Make it worse if it's a guy and like inside the house is filled with the dolls. The
No.
big, like,
Men don't call them dolls, they call them action figures.
but we're not talking about the actual action figures. I'm saying if you go to the guy's house and it's filled with dolls, no, like Dr. Kathy was saying, like what if it's weird toys? Maybe you might feel a little bit weirded out. You'll kind of be curious, like, why do you have all these dolls in your house?
What is he doing with that?
Why did you have to come and visit me?
I would like to know.
Oh, you mean that's what he would say?
I would say none of your business, come to my house.
Yeah,
My house is my
I'll
business.
gladly go. Never know, it might make it stay forever.
Oh, God. Say all these dolls were previous girls that came to the house. Oh, Lord. We talk deep about this, man. But I mean, if it's just child, if it's just childhood toys and we make it clear that, as Lavelle said, I don't see anything wrong with it. But Dr. Kathy brought a whole different perspective in on it. If it's weird.
I
then we
think
have
I
to
watched
question.
too much crime drama.
Yeah.
Much ID.
Oh boy. So you have red flags up already.
Well, if he's behaving weirdly, that is another thing.
Well, that's not the like the focus. Like we just think, serial killer, like Because what she said is like, what if it's like weird? It gives you a very weird vibe, kind of like kidnap vibe. No, let me stop thinking about the
Yeah.
fact is the person had childhood toys in their house. You walked in. Are you okay with it? If you are, you stay and have a good time with the person. If you're not, leave.
I
It's
cannot
simple.
remember my nigga if he had the last name,
Tell me what you said about kidnapping there.
Why don't kidnapping nobody good? I just saw, you watch a kidnapping, we kidnap on mine them for years. Yeah, no one of dollars, so you couldn't for me, nobody.
Because they bring them on those shows indeed, like they bring them stuff to eat
Yeah,
and
we don't have time for that, yeah. Bring your thing to eat. And shopping, groceries, price high.
Different culture, different culture.
oh Lord. You had another question of Bill?
I did both of them.
Or you did? You can go ahead with the other one. Next person is lucky again, you get to. Guys, so I hope you're taking your time and paint your beautiful new home. Some of you guys might tell your spouse that for Christmas you want to paint over the house like this. And you want to move to the bushes.
About 5 years now, you know.
Who's next, Angel? You can go ahead. So I'm doing a combination while we wait for the next question. I'm mixing things up with my medium-sized brush and my small brush. So as we go close to some of the areas like the steps and the pillars in front, you will want to use your small paintbrush to go closer there. Okay, Hamia, go ahead.
Okay. You find $500 hidden in your friend's couch while house sitting. Do you give it back,
Yes.
take a finder's fee, take it,
But then
and never say a word?
If I didn't check this,
I'll give it back.
I'll
I'll give it back.
could be the last
But
one.
the first question is when you say in the culture, to be like between the couch.
What if they're trying to see your loyalty?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It probably fell out from the bus.
This one I'll give it
Yeah,
back.
exactly. So something
different.
What if it's a party and there are multiple people sitting on the couch and it could have fallen from anybody in the event? How are you gonna approach that?
No, it's my
Give it
friend's
to
couch.
my
friend.
I will give it to my friend.
Excuse me.
It's a party.
No, I'm not saying
Somebody
in
can
the
come raise
event,
money.
in the event that that's in a party, normally what would happen is that even if you give it to the owner don't really go and look for the person, they keep it for themselves. So in that case, I will be taking it, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because it's a
Oh my
party, so
God,
you know
no.
what will happen.
I would ask if anybody lost their money.
You mean in the party, so anybody jumping up, I just come to this party, I want you to fun, I want
They
money.
don't need those people in the house if they could say that and it's
Maybe
not
rushing
their
and envelope or full envelope.
So why would I come to a party with $500?
I need to find out. I need to find out.
Because I come at
Hello, you want a black Syrian?
So the person could be a black friend too.
You are black Syrian, you different.
No, you don't want people to.
So you're going to put some
That was
policy.
something where I did it. Stop back the thing.
No, but nobody would, and not only that, supposing that the susu, because somebody brought up, what if it's a susu money?
Normally you ask, you don't say how much money, you just ask if anybody lose money.
And
then
everybody
people
says
say
yes.
But they had to know how much.
But then they go ahead and reconcile how much money.
Yeah.
Yeah, how much?
And one bill, yes.
If you are like-
I'm not so self-righteous, but if you have people who say that is this, then I have friends that you're living around the wrong side of people.
Thank you.
Honestly, God. I think if you're living around me and you find me in my house and you keep it me and your friends.
No, that's different. It's me and you.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Alright, if it's a party, if it's a party, I would give you. But if it's me and you, I come by you. Me and you alone in the house. I'm giving you. I'm giving you. If it's me and you alone in the house, I'm giving you because I know it's not mine. You understand?
But you know
When we
what,
have
that's
five,
a party
six,
too.
when we have 5, 6 people in the house,
You're taking it.
well, you have.
Remind me not to invite you.
Well, Pat, you're safe enough. Apparently, you're safe. Your stuff is safe, but anybody you invite, their stuff is safe.
I'm just saying this.
So you can't tell him what to do, right?
You got to be
An
illegal.
officer here get no illegal thing on this.
Officer,
Lord,
can do it.
see, let me make sure these people know the law before I leave this place. If it's one thing I do. And they're still in London, officer. They're still in London, hear the kind of thing
Is
they
the
say.
officer here tonight?
No.
Yeah, but probably online, so we're making sure if he's there online and he hear this kind
Yeah, see, not coming back
of
here.
this behavior.
He's not sitting next to you.
Yeah, this kind of behavior.
Yeah,
so,
no,
yeah,
yeah, Mama Jason.
You feel incriminated just by sitting by her.
Oh, Lord. That's
He
bad.
gave us a good lecture last time. He said, I hope you're not taking that serious.
But the thing is, we'll be a part.
Sasha? You behave badly at night.
I think you might shoot tonight, don't lie.
Sorry, Papa lied.
And guys, while we're doing the teal, there is also a little area between the pillar and the door. I don't know if you've seen that, but you need your small paintbrush to do it. Right between the pillar and the door, you're gonna fill in some of that teal there. Don't paint over your door now. It's just that little space between the pillar and the door. I'll come around to show you. Okay, so this is
Okay, so I'm another question.
What color is that going into?
teal. That's still the.
That's white. That's going in white.
Which would you rather be? Which would you rather? Be stuck in an elevator with your ex and a new partner, or get a tattoo chosen by your least favorite sibling? By my least favorite sibling.
It will be too awkward for you. You can go ahead with the next one, Angel. And this person gets 3. What? That person very well. All right, family, I hope you guys are getting through as we continue the interactions. With the next person. In between by the door here now. So we just did the little crease in between the door and the pillar. Angel, are you ready for the next person? Sasha is the one that gets in trouble. Oh, I don't think persons are here. Let me see.
You're on a date at a fancy restaurant and realize the Prime Minister is seated 2 tables away with someone who is definitely not their spouse. So what's your next move?
Wait, what? Oh, that went by too fast.
You're on a date at a fancy restaurant and realize the Prime Minister is seated 2 tables away with someone who is definitely not their spouse. What's your next move?
Not business.
We promise I don't have nothing, so. Well, now don't have nothing, we don't marry.
Where's the lunch here?
Eat my dinner.
The mic's okay? Is it on?
I don't know, green and red.
Okay, well, use it still. So the Prime Minister is at dinner.
With somebody who is not his wife.
Okay.
Could be the ambassador
What's
for
your
the
next
country.
move?
What's your next move?
That's your
That's not your business.
Because you don't know if it's
Hey,
a far,
that's not your
you
business.
don't know if it's a far relative or whatever.
It could be a business, thing, you know.
Meeting,
Exactly.
yes. But you don't have some people that just out of place and fast enough
You need
to snap and to create something that's not there and not
Show it the person.
That's why you have
but to go so far as to do anything that's
Prime
beyond.
Minister could be with anybody, you have no idea.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
very damaging. But
Is that Prime Minister? Yes.
I have two charades.
oh, okay, go ahead. And while she does the charades, guys, we're going to do the yellow for the windows. So the flaps on the outside of the windows, we're going to paint them in yellow. The other side is orange and the left side is yellow. So you can take your time and fill those in as well. Go ahead.
So the first one, I can't see it, but I have something here.
You have to make it see. Lighting on fire.
Fishing.
Oh.
That was easy. The next one. I did chew that in a butter either.
You don't know.
I don't know how to do it. Sorry. I need somebody to
Come. What's this big one now? And charades is just acting like you can't talk. Oh, okay. You can't say anything, just
But you
act
should be
it.
able to tell her.
I think
She
she
knows.
Oh, God. What did you murmur? What prayer was that you murmured? It's
How long did that and you're still doing that with the money?
There are special occasions. One of the mics? One is gone.
I'm not judging, sir. We all fall short. I'm not judging.
It's dead.
Trust the same money answer it all too.
Yeah.
So let's get our windows filled in. So we have the one on the left with the yellow. If you want, you can do both of them with yellow. I mean, you don't have to do it one yellow, one orange. It's as if they get two patches of both painted already. And put one yellow and one orange. So we can do both sides with yellow. Take your time, use your small paintbrush to fill it in. We're using a small paintbrush and filling it in. We have windows like these days. No, I think we have one here. Compared to Complex, a similar one. But windows like this, now we have what? Long down windows.
Yes, they call it the hurricane windows. You
The
close-
hurricane shutter.
Yeah, you close it in when the hurricane is coming.
And they say usually you should keep everything open for a hurricane. How
You
true is
just
that?
leave the little space for the wind to pass through.
Ah.
Oh, ironic.
So my two windows are looking good. And if you look at the top and the bottom of your window, there are two little slits there. Two little slits, just like with our mini roof. What's the name of it again? Awning. Just like by our awning, we're going to add a little slip of white on the bottom of our window. A little slip of white down below and a little slip of white up at the top. white. And a slip of white. And now we are ready to do inside the windows. So take your time, fill your windows in, and as you're filling in, keep in mind that the top part and the bottom has to get a little slip of white. The sides, you can paint it in both sides in yellow, and you can do one side in orange, it depends. But inside the window, you're going to fill it in with black. I'm going to add little white lines afterwards. Looking good, looking good. Wow, our little house is raising their nose. I wonder how much a house like this costs to build in today's economy.
35,000.
35,000?
Yes.
Well, we're just talking about, so we're talking labor, material, and let's think about land as well.
Well, 45,000.
I don't think it's 45. You just added what, 10,000 for the land?
Yeah, not expensive.
I think it's more than that for a piece of land. She isn't even, let's count the little
Depends on
road.
how much is a square foot.
True, so she could just get that piece of land for $15,000-$20,000. Let's see, and then the house, we said a good, let's think about the furnishings inside, maybe an easy 50,000? I don't know. A plasma TV, fridge, washing machine and the dryer.
No, you need a drinking board for that kind of house.
But there is a concrete pad for the bathroom and toilet, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere in the back there. But it's not necessarily, I don't think it's necessarily a wooden house, you know. I'm not getting wooden from it. It's actually, yeah, it's actually wall. It's just an intimate wall house.
Because which wooden house got a chimney down, windows.
True. And then we have these pillars.
Cottages have
It depends on how they channel it through, because as you said, it's very risky. Fire, I would. So I'm gonna fill in my window with some black. And while I do that, Angel is going to have the next person do 4 questions. Who is that? Tanika. Yeah, that's that lucky person, Tanika. 4 questions. I don't know who you're choosing, but I'm just calling names. She rested. I wouldn't say why. I wouldn't say why she's rested.
Well, this still.
I didn't say, you nobody didn't say anything.
You're saying.
What happens on in Vegas State and Vegas?
Exactly. Lily resting up herself. Weeks?
1 week.
Not even a weekend.
Hey.
Saturday morning.
When was graduation, Tanika?
Tuesday.
Oh.
Son was yesterday.
And the next one tonight, no?
Yeah, there's one tonight. Kiss ceremony is tonight.
I know. I didn't see candy yet.
You're dining in peace when your ex walks in with their new boo, who turns out to be your cousin. What's your next move? I would never have that experience, so I'm not answering that.
Nothing.
And that'll be the question.
No, but
I mean, it's your cousin. What you gonna do? Say goodnight.
No, that mean I was watching him when I was little.
I find that anytime any family member they with anybody who like who's a family member, I find that just pure nasty.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
No matter how long.
I don't care how long, that's pure nasty.
Yes, I agree.
That nasty.
I mean like cousins?
Yeah, that
You're not
nasty.
talking
They're
like
not supposed to be
brothers
nobody that
and
was some
sisters.
family member.
We say cousins?
That's
That just
nasty.
means you was watching the person before. That's just
Not
not
necessarily.
It depends on how long.
What
That-
if they
they-
never know each other?
What if
Let's
they're from
suppose they
Australia?
never knew that you were.
But if they didn't know that
The other
they.
person, they must know.
No.
They must know.
No.
I like to
Yes,
post
they know.
But
No,
what,
when they must know.
what if
I like to post, they would know.
what if it wasn't a date?
Huh?
He just knew her from being with you, and you know, then they decided to come to this thing. It didn't mean that they had a relationship.
Okay. kiss, so he just decided to bring her out to a fancy restaurant to talk
Exactly.
about
Wow.
his ex.
No,
Talk
not-
about you.
You don't know what he's talking about. He didn't say what he's talking
He wants to pop the question to you after breaking up.
Who
So
said
you.
about- who said something about popping up question?
Yes,
No, I
I
didn't hear that.
scenario.
I didn't hear that part.
I'm not talking to you.
So if it is that it turns out, Alvin, that you are dining, your ex walks in, he's with your cousin, what are you gonna
But
do?
how close a cousin, but then it's not cousin.
Your father's daughter. Your what? Your father's sister's daughter.
Oh, like my first cousin?
Your first cousin. And you're like,
Okay, so is my cousin, me and my cousin close?
Yes.
yeah, let's just say that. Why not?
So which means she knows that I was
Exactly.
the person.
Yeah.
I would not do anything there and there because I would embarrass myself, especially if I'm dressed well,
Uh-huh.
you know? But I would surely deal with that case when yes.
But what you're doing now is it's two adults. It's two adults and they choose to do what they want to do.
But that's the thing, it's called ex.
But I'm not with that, I'm nasty. No, that's not.
Nasty.
No, I tell you about it, I'll be French place. No, I tell you about it.
It's not.
That's wrong.
It's not mother daughter. It's
It's not.
cousins.
So it's the last
It's like in your mind, like when I was in the middle, you're plotting behind me to say, oh, I wish they break up something. No.
You assume it could have genuinely been a connection that these two persons created.
cousin and your ex to be happy?
Excuse me.
Happiness is a happiness too.
Especially if I know the nastiness that he used to do.
Alvin.
Anyhow,
Hold on. Online family, what would you do? You walk. They were hearing so much scenarios. Most of the persons they don't agree with the fact that their cousin should date their ex, especially if they knew that person is their ex. What do you think?
Yes.
Like somebody said, like, is your friend, like if your friend is dating your ex, is that bad? You're broken up,
Who said
you're
yes?
free. Fran said- She said it's bad. She said it's
But
bad.
it's okay for cousin.
I don't think so. Once it passes with your friend, you don't rotate with your friend's guy. So,
Yeah, I do have a relationship with you.
no, that is not good. Sorry. No excuse. Devil is busy. Together.
Anyhow, I don't have that issue, so.
Yes,
Yes, my dear, go ahead. Which one next question?
Would you rather have to fight one horse-sized chicken
What?
or 20 chicken-sized horses? One horse-sized chicken or 20 chicken-sized horses? And I feel out the chicken-sized horses. I'm gonna have to keep them.
One chicken that's the size of a horse?
I don't want to do with a chicken as the size of a horse. But I can do it with 20 horses the size of
Of a chicken,
chickens.
okay.
If you're invited over by your partner for a romantic dinner, well, you invite them over to our house. Oh my God, I don't like these questions.
Yes, 12 years.
But when you arrive, their mom, I hate them shooting this power, this mom, is plating your food. What for dinner?
Hold on. Your partner invites
But
you
you're
home
over
for
for
a
dinner.
just for a dinner.
Romantic dinner. And when you reach there, the mother want taking out the food.
But she's a waitress.
What she doing? But what's she doing there?
What is she doing there?
She probably cooking the food.
Well, cook and leave.
So, that's odd. That's weird. And
That's weird.
Oh, they don't know you have a show on night. A show on night. And when mothers and thing obsessed with their sons.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so nasty.
Mommy's boring.
Yeah.
Where they're obsessed with their son.
And even they, like just their children and their daughters and things like that. But the ones with the sons is a worst one. Sleeping in the same, the son married and they sleep in the same bed as the son. How can I come?
Oh my goodness.
That's Africans.
No, like Africa.
What is Africa?
I will say Africa. So Africa will come in my mind. And so
Maybe they
Africa
don't
will
want to
pick
get
and send them
married.
out.
They somebody else.
The Africa does actually push them to get married quickly.
And then you them up.
Listen. In Africa,
What do you guys think online about that? About mothers, you know, in general, having too much of an attachment to their son that they don't know when to let them be an adult, to the point where they are being a part of their dates, as you heard in the scenario, they're sharing the food for a romantic date. Do you think that's overboard, like they should give them some boundaries, or do you think it's okay? Tanika, what about if it's their house, if it's the mother's house that you're coming in for the romantic dinner? Then in that case, it's okay, right?
Or maybe the son can't do nothing.
I can't take push-up mother class, trust me, I can't take it. I can sort of, no matter what, his mom, unless your mother invite us over for lunch, and she's like literally going to her house for lunch, she invite us over because she invited us over, that is only all. All you need to learn to separate and cleave onto your wife and cleave onto your husband, Jane.
Amen.
I can't take on this kind of push-up mother-in-law and push-up in-law thing, but give us space. You're offered $10,000 to swap phones with the person next to you at this session. Unlock for, I give it out.
What is it to do?
You're offered $10,000 to swap phones with the person next to you at this session. It's unlocked for one. You don't have nothing to hide. I'll take that. Take that phone and swap. And I have nothing.
I don't understand.
And I don't know.
And so the person you're sitting next to, you're offered $10,000 to give them your phone unlocked for an hour. So whatever they want to search on your phone or see who you've been messaging, they can see it. A lot of people, like, they're sitting next to their friend, like, you know, Hermia and Sasha, I guess you, Doreen, Maurice, Nada. But at the end of the day, when something like that, a scenario comes up, you know, they can't show them their phone. Because even though they're sitting next to them and friendship ties, it's what they're probably saying.
But you know, you can rest your phone next to somebody else's on Bluetooth and capture everything in their phone. Yeah, that's a feature in the phone.
But I think you'll get a notification that your stuff is being transferred.
No,
Oh, that's interesting.
you don't know.
We have to call Mr. Daniels. We have to call Mr. Daniels for that one.
That's why they tell you, watch how you turn on the Bluetooth.
So I'm doing my windows, and if you look at my windows, in the photo, some of the windows are crooked. So like, I guess some of the shutters are broken or mashed up a little bit. So don't try to perfect it. You can do some crooked windows as well. And as soon as you've done the white in the windows, take that white to the pillars and create your pillars as well. So you're taking that same white and you're doing your pillars. White for your pillars. Tanika, that was all your questions?
Yes.
Let's take a look at how they're painting over there. Black first for the windows, and then you move in with white lines in between. And as soon as you've done that, do your pillars in white. Pillars in white. So we are doing our pillars after we've done the windows. So this is my pillar so far. And you have your steps to do as well. We have the door to do, but we'll do the door afterwards because some people are still on their windows. So for those of you who finished your pillars, you can take some of that white with yellow and you can fill in the steps. So just to show you how the steps will be done, on top, so the platform of the step goes in that light yellow. You're using your small paintbrush for this now, okay guys? The platform of the step. So you're not painting everything, in yellow, just the platforms. The platform of the steps similar to this, so if you look, you just pass it on top where your foot lands when you walk up the step. On the platform there, you're putting it in the yellow. And then the crease in between the platforms goes in light blue. So you're gonna mix some white to make your blue even lighter for the creases there.
Yellow, or random yellow?
You're mixing white and yellow to your platform and white and blue to do the edges of the step. Very light blue to do the edges of the step. So if you're ever lost, you can always look up on my side so you can know what the next step is. Right now we're doing, literally we're doing the steps. So I'm going down all of my steps. Adding some lighting. Almost my steps.
Weeks now, I realize I get time to do next one.
Alright, so this is what our steps are looking like. It's yellow on the platform and light blue in between the steps. The yellow on the platform, light blue in between the steps. This is what our house is looking like so far. We still have the door to do. The door inside here is going to be red and some black. Because I think one of the, so it's those doors that are split in half like a kitchen door. So the one on top, the half on top is already swung open. Probably swings on the inside. And so it's dark. You can't really see inside the house, but the bottom door is locked. It's closed. And then we just have the ground to do, and we can add some more shrubs and flowers in front as we so please, okay? So let's take a look at what everybody else is moving on, what they're doing. Oh, looking good, looking good. Let's see. All right, so you're on your step now. I don't put my coconut tree yet. Oh, I haven't did that to dry. You should use it again. No, you didn't put yours either. I did. This one white, right? White, yes. And then you have to add your lights Yeah, so you guys have 2 steps on yours. I have 3.
No, I just go over and you can see how I have to.
You created another one?
Maybe that thing get up probably dry wrong, but.
Oh no. And then we have to do the door. So I want us to finish with the house before we move to the ground in front of the house. So the next step we're going to do is the door, finish off on the door. If you look closely at your image, you're going to see 2 outside lights, you know. Y'all see those 2 black outside lights?
No.
Yeah, 2 little outside lights up here. 1, Two.
What? There, I don't
Yeah, I
see
see
no
now.
side light.
Yeah? So we have two little outside lights that you can add back if you so desire. Oh, let me show you. Right there. One, two. Two little outside lights. So if you're adding those two little outside lights, you're putting it next to the pillar, you are creating almost like a diamond with black, and you're adding a little bit of white on the side of it, but a very small diamond if I may say. Those two little outside lights. It's like a little diamond. A little diamond shape. And you add a little hint of white in it. Alright, so we have two little lights. So for the house, we're moving to the door. We're moving door. So we're going to paint inside the door in black and then the bottom area in pink. You're going to mix some white and red to do the bottom part. So we are painting inside the upper part with black. Just like this. So for the house, once you just following along with the instructions and the areas and what colors to put, you should be fine. So this is inside the house now. You can barely see inside the house. You can barely see inside the house, so it's dark in there. Look at that. So right now we are painting the first of our Summer to Remember series. This is our, I guess, door. It looks like a kitchen door, but I want to assume this is how our front door is. Split in half. So this is the top part of the door, and now we're going to do the bottom half of the door, which is in pink. Now it's time for the pink. So we're going to make pink by using some red and some white. That's to do the bottom part of the door. Red and white. I'm going to fill in the bottom half of my door with that. And everywhere else around goes in red. So once you've done the top part in black, the bottom half in pink, then you go around the remaining areas of your door and add in red. In red. My door is a little bit wobbly. Not a good construction building, it seems. All right. there are two little black knobs or handles. You just take some black and just add two little dots right on the side of the door here. Sorry, two little knobs there. That's a door right there. Can't pay for that door now, would you? That door, like I said, that's a mahogany, but we don't paint mahogany. It's kind of blue painted. We varnish it. So what kind of door, what do we use? What kind of wood do we use to create the door? Yellow pine? Finished wood? Wow, our little house is fantastic. We have to add a, I wonder if we can add a dog in the yard and what's all that for. Guys, we have to add a phone.
What's that?
Yeah. So we are moving. So we've just done our door. And next step is to do, let's see. I did say I wanted to finish with the door before we move to the ground. And it seems like we are ready for the ground. But no, our chimney-like feature on top there. Chimney-like feature. I don't know what it is. You can only assume that it's a chimney, right? And then we're going to add some red and some pink up at the top there. Red on one side, pink on the other side. Some red and some pink up at the top. Put some washing your brush more than painting. Washing yourself. You can have other juice to put in the house. Next is the ground. The ground in front of the house, it's a combination of orange and yellow and white. So this little part that's veering out to the center, that area goes in white with some yellow, and then everywhere else on the side goes in orange. Very first thing you're gonna do is put some white in the middle part here, put some white, and then we're gonna work with yellow, and then we're gonna put orange afterwards. So if you look at your image, I think you can see what I'm talking about. Yellow along the sides. Follow the curves as well. As you're doing it, follow the curves in the road. Follow the curves in the road. And as you move away,
What color is the house door?
the door is pink at the bottom, red at the top, and then everywhere around pink at the bottom, black at the top, and everywhere around in red. Let's take a look at what others are doing. So we have some work happening back here by Anne-Marie. Donna is hiding hers in the corner. Let's see what Patricia's one is doing over here. Ooh, perfect. Looking good. Let's take a look at Laurie's one here. They're all doing a phenomenal job. Guys, remember to follow the line. follow the line of the curve.
Not to put it down, there's a ray of light coming from there.
I got you. Okay, okay. So you're using the yellow to put over that line, so those curves, you want to get those curves, and then the middle part, you put it in white. All right, the middle part you put it in white.
I'm really not trust you. That's his hand must look like a hurricane. Look crooked.
Middle part here, we're gonna put that in white. Angel, you can give us the rest of the other questions, so we can. You can give us the other questions.
Oh, yeah. Yellow and one. No, but yellow and blue, but the top platform of the step, what did you mix to put there?
Yellow and white.
Yellow and white.
What you didn't give it? And the mic is wrap up on the question. You have to give out, you know, you have to give one. What is this one thing? Who didn't get, you can give them two. And give them a mic and let's wrap up on the last few questions before you. So we're doing yellow and then we're moving to orange on the sides. So everybody, Crystal, you got questions? Okay, and Marie, you get?
No.
Oh, it's broken the rules. All right, so let's give them the mic and let's hear their answers. Amri, let's hear your question.
You walk into your date's house and realize they still have up photos of their ex. Are you staying for dinner or faking a phone call and leaving? So if he have his ex-wife, his ex-person picture, what difference it make? He's moving on. I will really make a bang on him. Pictures will have to leave the next day. Next question. Your best friend's art looks terrible, but they just ask for honest feedback. Are you going to tell the truth or keep the friendship? Tell the truth. It's just a piece of art. You could tell me my house is crooked right now. I don't care.
You're crunches, you're calling the doctor, so crunches. Oh my God.
It's not what you said.
Tell the truth.
Say, well, you know, give them positive, negative, positive, give them negative, negative.
You give them a feedback sandwich.
But give them some encouragement.
I say, oh, that looks nice, but what color is that?
You have another one?
Remember when you made the dog?
Finish that.
It was the next
You
person.
was trying to make a house and you made a dog?
Not me, was Denise.
Was this?
Yes.
And we just have to
The
talk.
bunny, right, it looks like a goat.
Or you need to ask Princess a question when she see we ask.
Oh no, everybody does fantastic work here.
That's not true, Princess.
that's not-
Don't even
No,
try.
that's absolutely true. And see, it's how you view it. You view it that everybody's always going to be unique and different.
Mine is horrible. Yeah? Yeah, well, this show is not bad.
Fill it in, finish off on your ground. We're going to add in little shrubs and so on there afterwards. But what you're doing, you're painting the middle part of the line in white. You're painting after the line with yellow, and then you're blending yellow and orange as you move out to the edge. But keep your curves, right? So how it's curved, keep curving your brush like that as you continue to work your way around. Who's next, Angel? Oh, go ahead. Share with your question.
Welcome.
Patricia Walker, what is your question?
Okay. Me, okay. Wow. Your pastor accidentally sends you a flirtatious message.
First place.
Do you A, ignore it, B, respond and ask if everything's okay? Screenshot it and discuss it in your prayer group. Ignore it. That would be
Okay.
my answer.
What? And if you get another one the next day?
Huh?
And if you get one the next day?
Ignore it.
So you just keep ignoring it?
Yes.
Let him know, because maybe.
Yes,
he doesn't know
until
what-
So
one-
that means you don't mind getting the message,
No,
but you just
no,
have
I
to-
ignore it, and then one day if I see it's too much, I say, look, pastor, you're sending this to the wrong person, it should be your wife.
Oh, so you think it's a genuine mistake?
No, after
Huh?
the second.
You think it's a genuine mistake?
If you do the second.
No, I just want to put him down gently, but let him know that he shouldn't be doing that. I am not playing that game. I wouldn't be able to go to church anymore. Yeah, this
What,
one,
you will be able to give tithes?
unless you're looking for a pastor and he's available, that is a different story, but according to this, no. You're on a first date and your card gets declined. What do? Blame the bank and keep trying? Pretend you left your wallet at home? Ask them to split the bill or pay.
Why you want to do you don't have money?
If I have money, I would pay.
Well, you don't have clearly because the
No,
it says your card
no, but you
declined.
may have cash. You may have
Well,
cash.
if you have cash, you didn't share it with the
So
girl.
if I was about to pay for it, it means if my card got declined, it means I was gonna pay for it. So then, if I have the money, I would use cash. Tell the truth, I don't know. I blame the bank and keep trying, and if you never know.
But you can blame the bank and keep trying for so much time, right?
So then that's what I'm saying. If I have the cash, I pay it.
And if you don't, you will just tell the person?
Yes, I would say, listen, I don't know what's happening here now, but it doesn't seem that my card is working. You know what I mean? If I don't have any money, no cash,
And what the person was depending on you to pay, so both of you
so we
have to
wash
wash
dishes
wares.
together.
That's right.
Yes.
Because if they were depending on you, then both of you guys would have to go and wash some wares together.
Or say, excuse me, let me go to the ATM or let me do something else.
And we will go home.
Go to the ATM and never come back.
You would go. That's a rough thing.
So let's get some yellow filled in. Fill it with the yellow and the red.
Really know.
Especially if you don't know the person. That'd be like, oh my God.
Fill it with the yellow and the orange, not red. Fill it with the yellow and the orange. And then we're gonna add in some of our bush or flowers at the front of our land. So you notice that we removed the shrubs that were in front of the house. So it's clear. So you're filling that in first, but then afterwards we're gonna add in the flowers thereafter, okay?
Princess, on the side of the pathway is what color?
White in the middle,
No.
then
On the
yellow,
sides of the.
then orange. Which side?
Either side of the path. The walkway.
So we're blending yellow and orange together. Yellow and orange on the sides of the pathway.
Okay.
Yellow and orange. edge on each side. And then you're going to be moving to your grass areas. So we're doing the same thing again. Close to the house, if you look at the image close to the house, there is some dark plants close there. So you're tapping again with green and black, green and black. You're tapping again. And could you imagine you guys have done an intermediate advanced style painting? So we're going close to the house. We're going close to the house now, around the edge, the bottom part of the house, and we're adding in that dark green, those dark green flowers or plants in front there. And then you can even add in some lighter ones. It's entirely up to you. I see Donna's house is already finished. What's that? Mud in front there? What? Donna have mud on her ground. That ground ain't looking, our ground not real Caribbean ground. Donna's ground, mud for days. That one is a true Caribbean ground. Donna, you ready to show persons what you have? Ready? Can I have it? So we have the true Caribbean house, mud, the whole works. See? Ta-da! Yeah, that's some nice mud. So this one is a wooden house, Donna, because I'm seeing lines on your too, so it is a wooden house. Beautiful work. Really nice. You've seen all different textures, you've seen all different tones. Yeah. Let me box this. Here you go. Well, the rest of us are almost there. Next step is to add all those shrubs next to the house using black and green. Black and green. The steps is white.
No.
Huh?
Yellow with white.
The steps, the all the steps. And so we are adding in some black. Black and green along the edges. We're getting ready for the other side. So you're doing the same thing on either side. You're adding some black and green, black and green. Definitely is living in solitude in the bushes. Loves flowers as well. So we're adding in some of that greenery. We're filling in green, black. Wow, Tanika, wow. This person is in love with the bush. Can I show them? Look at how much greenery on this one here. I'll show you guys. Look at that. Watch how much greenery. Really nice. I like how you do the trees as well. It's kind of like left, right. This one you can tell is top. Some of them is just dab. Everybody took their own unique approach to it. you guys can add in some leaves, you can add in some grass coming up from the bottom side. You can even add in some plants or flowers. As you see in the image, there are some flowers growing there. So if you want to, you can add that as well. Alright? You can add your own leaves as well down at the bottom. What did you like? Yeah, you could go ahead and make it. So we're tapping, tapping, tapping. It's a lot of tapping for this painting.
Look like a big orange ocean, yeah, that's for sure.
A lot of grass and shrubs and stuff. You guys can add as much of those leaves as you like. In the back there, you can add some that are lighter. You want to do that, you add in some yellow and some green. And you can add some little red flowers on them as well. Okay. Add little red flowers on them as you go. You can create, you can add yellow flowers, you can add pink flowers. Whatever you so desire. So we're adding little flowers, you can add little flowers in different spots. You can create different ones, like an orange, you can do red. And you can add it any way you like. So I have some red ones over on that side. I have a little bit of orange one over here. I wonder, we didn't put a bird in the sky? How could we not? Hey, how could we put a bird in the sky? What? Bird, here we go. So add as much flowers as you like. Be creative with yours. bird in the sky. Or two, or three, yeah. Some birds in the sky. Mhm. Flying around there, let's see. Ooh, that flower looks good. Those flowers look really good. So I've been very modest with my flowers. Just a little bit. I think in front of the door should have some flowers now. I didn't see that. Where you have flower in front of your door? Well, that's on the ground. That's on the ground in front. This is the walkway. So she has a little outside garden, a little kitchen garden. And there's some flowers. Little flowers in front of our house, right in front of our doorsteps.
That's what she going in the bushes, she went all the way from yes.
She ain't all of that in the bush.
So this lady here now, I assume she loves flowers because the amount I'm putting flower in front of her door, she has to love it. Okay, you put some vines hanging on her windows. Lord, well, we won't come out here tonight. We won't come out here if we start with all of that. My, why not? And we live with our coconut tree, eh? So I'll put some vines on the one, oh gosh, I'm gonna just one window. And that flowers out. Yeah, man. So one of her windows has some vines. She decided to let it grow out because she thought it was cute. She loves, as you can tell, she loves flowers. And if y'all are something, we want to add a dog. We have time. We have time to add a dog too. All right. So for those of you who are adding a coconut tree, I can show you guys how to do that after. But for the rest of you who are content with it the way it is, you can add in your signature, literally. So Donna, you didn't put no coconut tree up there, right? Oh, you still okay? All right. So you can add in your signature for those of you who are finished. Online family, our painting is sort of at the end. You know, when it comes to art, we might just decide to add a next house, make a dog house, put a lady in it, walking the dog, all kind of thing. You know, we might just end up doing a lot more stuff, but this is the basic. Take a look at it. Take a look at what we created so far. So we added in all of our house features. We added in some shrubs, some flowers, and we're going to be adding in some coconut trees up at the top. I don't know how much we'll put yet, but hopefully the next time you catch our live stream, you'll get to see how to create coconut trees. But for now, we have to say goodnight, and I want everybody in studio to tell you a goodbye and show you what they have been working on so far. Because not everybody is finished. So they're going to say goodbye to you and probably give you a glimpse into their progress so far with their pieces. All of you who signed in, even if it was just for a short period of time, I know we went on longer than usual. We want to say thank you for stopping by and thank you for being on the live with us. We didn't get to award a paint of the night, but you can literally still comment a name, and the person who has 3 or more commented names in the comment section, they can collect their prize. Let me show you the paint of the night prize. They can collect this the next time they paint with us. And so I hope to see you guys on the next live stream or in person. At this time, we'll have them raise up their paintings and just say goodbye to you. 2, 3. See you guys next time.
I'm here cooking, you looking sexy.
Oh, Lord.
When I said the name of my father.
You might have to write your name in the trees. Up at the top somewhere, T and a B hidden.